Hello guys, I'm gonna teach you how to create mods for Limbonia. So first, we need Unity. Everything that moves and plays sounds are made in Unity, so we need the Unity editor. So just we need to download Unity from the official page. So just go there and grab it for Windows, Linux, whatever you have. Just open Unity Hub. Once here, we need to go to installs, install editor. We need an archive version, Unity 6, and we are going to find Unity 6.3.12. So we go down. This one, 6000.3.12 F1. We don't need anything here. And we wait for it to install. Okay, we got Unity installed, so now we need to get the template I will provide in a link. You can just go and download it. We are going to unzip this. It will leave this project. You can verify the bundle or the README. The README is here because I'm going to explain this in multiple steps, because I can't cover this in one video. So you can read this and you can have everything to create the mod, but I'm going to explain now how to create the basic mod. Once we have unzipped this, we need to go to Hub, go to add project from disk, go to our location, we hit open, and we have this. Now we just click it. Good. Once it opens, we should see this scene. It's important to not accept anything that says like upgrade the project or install something. It should open clean like this. Now, before starting to create the mod, we need to go to Window, and we have Limbonia here, custom character. This is what will make you, this will just set up everything so you don't need to write a lot of things. We have the motions here. This will tell you how a character actual motions are, because we are going to replace one of our characters with this mod. So let's go to the step 2, the replaces. So here you will select a character you want to replace. For example, I'm gonna use Shisang base appearance. Now, in step 3, we're going to create the mod name. Let's say Doro. This one is important because this should match your Limbo's installation folder. You already should know how to get it, but if you don't, I'm gonna show you how to get that installation folder. We go to Steam, Limbus Company, Manage, go to Browse Local Files. And now we paste here our route. It's important that it ends in mods because mods is where Limbonia will search for your installed mods. Then, once we have everything here set up, we can just click build a mod and it will start creating all the scene so you can edit and preview the characters. Now we have the 2D scene here. We have our character. You can click here, the 2D one, and it will get the 2D version. Now I'm gonna show how the project works. We have here effects. I added some basic effects so you can see how they work and how we can implement it. We have the rendering one. Here goes animations and things you can create. We have shaders. This is to create custom effects, but this will going to address more in the future unless you already know a lot of Unity. You could probably make some good stuff with shaders. Then we have sounds. Sounds is just sounds. You can drop here effects and using the timeline you can play sounds to match the animation. And then the best one, that is our sprites. Every single folder of this will contain a series of pictures. You don't need any more, just pictures. You have here, depending on how many pictures you create, it will work one or another way. So now, what we need to know, since we already built it, we are going to test in-game. We hop into the game, we open Mephi, and here in our mods, we should have we should open Mephi, go into the mods tab, we need to hit reload mods, and it will say that we have one motion pack. We can go back and we have here our mod. It's Doro. It contains animations, and as you can see, we have a lot of motions for Doro itself. Currently, it has nothing because it's not setting up, but we can test if our mod is working by going to a battle. And as you can see, we have our stick figure here. So that's the signal that it's working. Once we check this, we can go to the next step. Okay, once we are back to Unity, we need to understand how this will work. We are going to use for this as example the idle animation. To create an animation, it's simple. We are going to open Photoshop. You can download this, you know where. I'm not going to cover this on the video, but you know how to get it. We are going to create a new canvas and we are going to use, in my case, 460 times 460. Why? You need to know that every 100 pixels in the image image is one world unit in the game. So a normal scener has about 400 pixels. So if you want a character that is the same size as a scener, you can use 400 and cover the entire height. Okay, so 460 times 460 in my case. Okay, I have some pictures here prepared and I'm going to use them because it's Doro. And as you can see, Doro is not as tall as a Sinner, because if you see, a Sinner will be 400 units, almost like here. The other 60 pixels are whatever, but I'm showing you this because this is probably it's important that you always root the character in the middle and the bottom. So feet need to touch almost the bottom, always. Well, I'm going to import all the frames. Once you get all the files here, we're going to hide them. Done. Now, we need the timeline. If you don't see it, I have it here at the bottom, but if you don't see it, just go to Window, Timeline. You will see Timeline. When you have the timeline, create Video Timeline, and click here the three squares at the bottom left, so you get these frames. Just hit 0.1 seconds. So you are going to create a new frame. We're going to hide the first one and show the second one. Do this for every frame. That's it. When you have them all, you can hit play and you will see that we have our animation done. It will loop. Now, if you want it to be faster, you can just click here and no delay and it will be faster. Now, we are going to hit export, render video. We select here we go to assets, custom character, sprites, the idle one, and here we are going to type 0. We untick this. It's important that you have Photoshop image sequence in format of PNG and max, let's see, 1 digit. You can start from 1, for example. Document size is the one you have, and it's important, this one, render options, alpha channel. We need to click straight unmated. Now we hit render, and now in Unity we should have our Toro here. Now what we're gonna do, we delete our small thingy, and now we need to hit here build without regenerating. Now that we have this, we need to hit here build the mod. And now, as you can see, you will get Doro here, and it will be animated already. Now, to see Doro here in the small icon, we can just go to default. We delete this, and let's export the first frame of this. Let's just click. We go in sprites, default, and let's call it 0. Now we build the mod again, and there you go. Now you can see that Doro is small because we have our line here that is the max root size. You can see Doro is small because this thing here covers an entire center 8, this square. Now we can see after building the mod, we can go back to Mephi. We hit reload mods, and we go back again in our Limbus combine. We can enter MD to check.
목적지는 호기만소.
And as you can see, here is Doro. It's small because remember, every 100 pixels is 1 unit tall, and this covers 200 pixels, so it's 2 unit tall, so it's half of Valenciana's height. As you can see, it's half. It's like here. So now that we see that it's
원하는
moving,
것은 찾으셨소?
we can go back. We can go back to Unity. Now, back to Unity, I'm going to show how to view the animation here, because entering the game every time you create an animation is painful as fuck. So we need to just click the character, we bring the window, animation, and animation. You will get this thing here. You can put it at your side or at any time. You can go here and you can select, for example, Doro idle, and you will get here the frames the game generated. You can see here the frames the script generated for you. You can hit play here and you will see that now Doro is doing the animation you see in game. Now that you know this, you can experiment with other things. For example, sound and effects. It's a timeline. For this one, you need to click here, sequencing timeline. This one here will drop you with a timeline that shows your clip. You can drag here sounds, effects, whatever, and then Mephi will get them. For now, let's focus on creating our first attack for Doro. Okay, let's design our first attack. For this, I'm going to use just a simple sprite. So I'm going to grab this Minecraft sword and I'm going to add a Doro at the top. So let's just grab our Doro standing. I'm going to put her here. Let's grab the sword. Let's just do this. Let's add another frame. I'm going to duplicate this. This one will be here. You can animate this on better programs like, for example, After Effects. It will be a lot better, but I'm just showing you how to do this easily. For experimented people, it's probably better to use After Effects. Now we create another frame. We hide this one. Then let's just move this over here to the hand. Let's go back. No, let's not show this one. And this one here. That's it. Now we hit play. Sorry, it's not backward, it's forward. And you can see this is the animation. It's simple. Let's export it. Render video. We select now our S1. We create our PNG, that, everything it's okay. Remember to name this 0 and hit render. Now back in Unity, we should see this. Let's delete this and hit build the mod. Now we can see the animation here. Let's go to S1 and let's see if it plays correctly. And as you can see, it's appearing. Now let's go to Mephi, hit reload mods. Okay, back to Limbus. We are going to test. Let's
목적지는
hand
호기만소.
over Shisang. And as you can see, we can hit the S1.
적들을 제거하겠소.
This is the moving animation, and you can see that it's hitting with the sword because it's the S1. That's it. Now, what we need to do now, it's the move one because it's the one that shows a lot. So I'm going to just paste here the moving ones because I already have them, but it's the same process. Now let's build the mod. We go to Mephi, hit reload mods, and we enter again.
목적지는 호기만소.
Now we have Doro, and
적들을
it will move
제거하겠소.
as the movement. You can see that the parry one is displaying the stickman because that one has the stickman. But that's actually okay. Let's go to Unity again. Let's go to our parring one. And let's delete this. And let's copy this one to the parring one. Now in the parring one we have Doro. And also let's copy this one to the guard one. If your character has evade instead of defense, you will use the evade one instead the guard. Now let me delete this one. And that's it. Let's build mod. Now reload mods in Mephi and we just hit play.
폭대를 제거하겠소.
As you can see now it's pairing with the sword. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to quickly introduce you to the sounds because this one is pretty simple. I'm going to use as an example the heart animation from Minecraft. Going to drag this one. I suggest you to use Audacity because it's good, because we need to convert audio into WAV. Otherwise it will not work. We cannot use MP3. So I'm going to export the hit, this one, and then we can just go here, go to our documents, to our assets, sounds, and then let's just call it hit. And I'm going to export the current selections, then export it. Now in our sounds we should have the hit here. How do we put it? We just open here our S1. We need the timeline. Remember, S1. And here we have our animation. It's 15 frames. We can drag here our audio and I'm going to hit exactly here. So let's remove the empty sound. We put it here. Now we can move this one here. Now we hit play here and you can see that it plays the heart animation. Now this is so we can add sounds here. You can add them in Mephi too. I'm going to show that. Now if you can't click play here, you need to just close this, go to S1, window, sequencing, timeline. It will open one and you will be able to play it. Now let's build it. Let's go to Mephi, and one thing here, when you reload you will see that now Mephi carries sounds. You can go to animation timing and let's go to S1, and as you can see here you will have a timeline where you have the hit. As you can see here you have the damage lands and the hit, so you can go this, move this here for example, and put the hit exactly as this hits. You can save now and let's go to the okay, let's enter. It's important that you increase the sound here. So click and hear it, and I'm going to drop the SFX one to not collide with my current sound.
목적지는 호기만소. 폭대를
Now we should have
제거하겠소.
our hit. That's it. And that's it for the sound. Okay, and now I'm going to show quickly how to set up the camera and shake on the hit. Currently we have a lot here of tracks, so we're going to use the zoom one. You can see here, let's do 0.2. Since this animation is pretty quick, we are going to do a quick zoom to the target here, what is hitting. We make a quick zoom, and also we can add a shake that takes nothing almost. Let's add a lot of force, like 20. Let's save. Let's enter again,
목적지는 호기만소.
and you will see that we are going to have a camera zoom and also a shake.
곡들을 제거하겠소.
That's it. The shake is not noticeable at all, so I'm going to increase this to like 99. Let's make it last one.
목적지는 호기만소. 곡들을 제거하겠소.
That's it. It's a pretty hard one, but I'm going to show you how you can extend this animation, because currently it lasts like 0.24 seconds, like it's nothing. So you need to go back to the bottom here and set this coin hits myself. Save it, go back to mods, hit reload mods, go back here, click S1, and you will see that you have here the coin lasts. Let's make this coin last 3 seconds. No, let's do 2 seconds. And now you can see that we have 2 seconds of room to make this animation. This one here is the next coin, so we can go to the next coin mid attack, for example, but in this case I'm going to set it at the end. Now we can make here move the hit just at the end. We can make now our shake last a bit longer, so it's a bit noticeable, and also I'm going to make the camera to turn gradually to the target. This is a move that we can ignore. We can make it take like 1 second to reach the target. You can see here a representation of how much time it will take for it to get to the target. We can go past the target. For example, if we set this to -2, you will see that it will land at the back of the target. I'm going to use -1.25, so you can see Doro will dash towards the target, get to the back, and hit. We are going to put this thing here. Let's move that. It will take 1 second and 80 to reach the target. It's a bit slow, as you can see, but we can make it better. Let's do 1 total second here, and let's do this through here. That's it. Now it's a bit faster. As you can see, you can test this.
목적지는
do-
호기만소. 혹들을 제거하겠소.
You can see, boom. And that's it. You can now tweak the values so it does what you want. For example, let's tweak the strength to 20 now. And now I will show you how to add knockback. For example, we can throw it for like 10 force. It's a bit of a
목적지는
punch.
호기만소.
It's the double than before, so let's see what it does.
혹들을 제거하겠소.
I think we have too much force of the camera shake. Let's do 10.
혹들을 제거하겠소.
That's better. We can make it better. Like, go here, shakes per second for example. Let's do 5 and let's do 7. And now let's
혹들을
do play.
제거하겠소. 셔츠는
That's it.
낙엽하오. 셔츠는 낙엽하오. 셔츠는 낙엽하오. 혹의 거울은 깨졌어.
And that's it. Now I will show how to create a simple effect. First we need particles. So let's just create a particle system. Let's call it, for example, my effect. Go to the inspector. Here you can control how these particles will play. You can add duration, for example. Go to the emission and spawn a lot. Let's more lifetime, less here, so we have like a smoke. Let's remove a bit, like let's spawn like here, let's spawn like 5. That's it. You grab the effect here, put it here, and that's it. Now let's build the mod. Hit save. We go to Mephi, to mods, reload. Here we add effect, and we should see here my effect. Let's put behind Doro or in front. I'm going to put it in front so we can see. Let's leave at 0. Now we can go,
목적지는 호기만소.
and as you can see we have the particles here, the effect. It's playing, and as you can see it will play even in
곡들을
battle.
제거하겠소.
Now the thing is that's why you should not edit or build a mod, because as you can see now we have an error that the sound is playing at the wrong time. We can fix that easily. If you see here, you can see that our hit got at 0.20. That's because we have in our timeline, we have the hit at the 15 frames. That's why you can add the sounds here if you want, so we do not change them. To do that, it's simple. We just go here and delete this entirely. And we don't use the sound from here. We can just get it there. We save. And now, as you can see, if we reload the mod, the sound is still here. We can go in battle again.
목적지는 호기만소. 곡들을 제거하겠소.
And that's it. Now, I will show you the other effect, the one with shaders.
목적지는 호기만소.
As you can see, here is the one with shaders. It's the Stinky Doro.
곡들을 제거하겠소.
And that's it for the tutorial. I will cover shaders and effects and other things like art in a moment. Okay, now for the art, we need to replace our scene art here and name and everything. We create a folder called art, and in the mod JSON we need to create a new key here. Check if you already have it. If not, we create it. Let's call it art. It's an array, so inside here we can put our date. First, let's say profile. Then let's just call profile.png. Then we have info. Let's just call it art info.png. And also we have the CG. Is the big background. That's the three we need. Now go to art, and I already have them, so I'm going to copy, and the CG. The profile one is the one that shows the small icon for the character, because we need to be sure to put here at the top appearance, and then we put our Shizang ID, is 01, ID from here. You see that it says 10.01.01, and then we reload the mod. Okay, after restarting Limbus, we should get our art here. We put our appearance here, and as you can see, it has even the CG, and we should also get the small
눈
icon
크게 뜨고 잘 봐.
in a fight, as you see here. That's it for the art one. Now for the name, we have to add the names field here. This is also an array, so inside here we put name, and we can just say Doro, for example. Well, for example, the one line title, you can put it as empty. Then we have our title. This should be Doro. And the character name, this is the one that appears in gray. It should be Doro2. Now we reload the mod. This is some warnings, you can check them. And as you can see now, it shows Doro here, and Doro here. You can even replace the icon. It's the small icon here of the sinner. I'm not going to cover that, but you can just go to the art one and put icon, and that's it. This full JSON table will be in the README. You can get the README, and it's everything there detailed in table and what everything does. I will probably merge this into the UI, so for new people it will be easier. For now it's like this. I'm going to cover custom buffs, scripts, shaders, how to add effects, how to replace voices in game, but all of this I'm doing, it's already in the README. So the README is for people that want and have a more advanced knowledge on how this type of things works. So that's better for them. But if you are not one of them, just wait for the next video.